Hello, chat. Good morning. Oh, good morning. It is not morning. I don't know why I said good morning. It is not morning. I'm repeating myself. Hello, everyone. Yes, sir. That it is, Zeeks. I mean, it wouldn't be a good plan to drink wine for breakfast, would it? I mean, occasionally, the mimosa. It's not Sunday, though. Welcome in, Will. Happy to see you, Zeeks. Happy to see you, Zahara. Osbor, awesome to see you back. That's because Bloody Marys are a disaster. Yeah, but even when they're done well, like, I've had some pretty good ones, and I'm not a connoisseur. I've not gone around and been like, I haven't gone to all the places soaking bacon in their vodka and stuff like that, but hello, Cosmo. So the plan for tonight is sort of inspired somewhat by a bread that I did in the past, a sort of like almost monkey style bread. Give me a second. Anyways, and so, or also sort of like the outsides of quesadillas, I'm planning on sort of putting a nice light layer of cheese on my cast iron of cheddar, and then mixing it in with my pasta, which is going to be a pasta. I've listed the ingredients there in the dinner command, but you got basically steak and cheese pasta. No, it's not a new scale, it's a different scale. This is the more compact one. I haven't been using it in the kitchen for a while. It's nice that it's got a timer on it, but the other one ran out on the batteries, and it's still around, but Speaking of that, I don't know where I hid it though. Thank you, Osborne. Nice to actually hear the alerts firing again. Nice. Greatly appreciate the resubs. Got a couple of follows off stream too. Block it when I go for... That's the problem with the angle camera, is I block it when I go to switch, because I can't... I guess we'll just do this. Need a production assistant. Cheers, folks. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate that. Cheers. Got an interesting wine tonight. This is a Sonoma County vineyard. Not very well distributed last I checked. Occasionally you find a few other things out there in wider distribution, but they're very much, typically you only see their stuff if you don't go to their vineyard yourselves. Okay, let's start over with this. Let's start talking, Jason. Chat, how are we doing tonight? This lovely wine is from a vineyard up in Healdsburg that is not widely distributed. Typically, you have to go to their vineyard to pick it up. It's covered in some other stores. I picked it up at one of the more local focused, local owned, all that sort of thing market. And I don't know what this one's going to be like because I haven't had it before, and it's a named wine, but it's a red. We're doing pasta. Hope it fits. So what do we start with here prepping tonight? Let's make sauce. Let's make a roux. Hey, Ham Hock. I forgot to buy flour. Again, it's a good thing that I've got like 3 or 4 types of flour. I'm going to be using bread flour instead of AP flour here for my roux. I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue. As long as I hold on to the spoon. Cup of water. Bit of half and half. Like the rest of this bottle. Confused look, Ham Hock. I've never been like a suspenders guy. I just like the clippable suspenders, whether it's a cross or like there's a couple of different styles, rather than the long strands of like you just get this ball of tangled up aprons in your dryer. It's bad enough with 2 of them on these with the So we'll go ahead and season this a bit. Moving on from from that. Welcome in, Ben Adrian. I'm just gonna, yeah. Salt, pepper. MSG. Dried Italian herb mix. Marjoram, rosemary, thyme, the usual suspects. Bunch of freeze-dried basil as well. Thank you for the follow. Ooh, that's scramble. Ooh. There's no double from Makawaka. Where am I from? I'm from the Midwest US, but these days I live in Sonoma County, California. Was that too much of a hint, chat? Bit of garlic powder in here as well. For those just joining us, what you're looking at here on the stove is dairy water, dairy, and a flour and butter roux with some herbs and seasoning, salt, pepper, MSG, all that goodness. And we're just going to allow that to thicken and reduce a little bit. That's going to be the basis of our sauce for our dish tonight. We're going to allow that to cook for a bit, but I'm going to add this pepper jack in there eventually. And just leave that on a low flame to bubble away for a bit. Yes, Mahakas. Alright, what are we starting with as far as this stuff? Let's, tomato. Hi, Buns. Yeah, everyone's having power issues. My power went out last night. Buns' power is out now. Anyone else out there across the continental US having issues? I'm sure everyone's AC is going madly. Ugh. That's a bummer. Unlike the color of this tomato, and while the color is not looking exactly ripe, the way it feels is, it's maybe not the ripest it could be, but this is a ripe tomato. Which is the confusing part about heirlooms, because they get hard to tell when they're ripe. I mean, like half of them are green. Some of these ones down the bottom are a little too stemmy. Chat, I need to stop staying up late. I'm not accomplishing anything. I was up late again last night, even though I sort of signed off on Discord. I think at 11. But I'm just awake. I'm just like... That's exactly what I was doing, Hamhock. Just missed that space and scramble, and well, not everyone's typing's perfect all the time. Mine's horrible. Yeah, that's the other problem with it, Buns, is I'm not waking up in the morning like I should be or want to be. I sort of have 3 alarms in the morning, sort of like my change from when I was in high school and college. College, I used to have 2 alarms. My actual wake up alarm, and then I would have another alarm that was at my feet so that I had to physically move in order to turn it off. And nowadays it's like I have my primary alarm, I have a sort of secondary alarm that's like a, hey, maybe you should get moving, and then I have a third alarm of, Are you still looking at your cell phone? Get out of bed. So adding a little salt to our tomatoes to draw moisture out of them that will eventually go into our sauce. Also slightly denature them. I rarely sharpen my knives, maybe once a month when I'm working. Honing I do pretty regularly. I mean, you see me pull my steel out here regularly. Hey chat, check out my steel. You have to consider the major difference between the two of them, what you're doing. And that's when you're sharpening a blade, one of two things have already happened to that blade. That blade is either completely worn down so it's flat, something like this, the very small edge of it, or it's completely rounded over itself. What honing does is, what's more often the case, is your knife is whacked out of edge, or, slightly starting to turn, and honing pulls that back straight. And so sharpening is something that you really, you're dealing with nicks, you're dealing with actual problems with your knife. And I've heard different numbers from different people my entire life. My fishmonger chef at the Culinary Institute was proud of the fact that because he constantly honed his knives, he used a diamond steel and constantly honed his knife. Like, every time he pulled his knife out to do something, he was honing his knife. He never sharpened it. And, he wasn't tearing stuff when he cut it. Fibers? Fibers? Yeah, there's always grooves in them, but the grooves... I mean, it looks like a straight edge here, but in reality, microscopically, it's still like this to some degree. Is that what you're talking about? How there's still a grain or a groove to the grinding that's happened to the knife? No, it's gonna, well, to a certain degree, perhaps, if they're like, but that sounds to me more along the lines of when you're actually sharpening a knife, you'll get burrs, and honing a knife right after sharpening it will help remove those burrs. Which could be like fibers or actual pieces, you know, like when you see anything else in milling or metalwork, you see little chips coming off of it. Same thing with any sort of sharpening. It's just on a much finer, much smaller level. So how are we doing over here with our sauce? Got our tomatoes draining. This will work for you. Yeah, that one. I think that was a low effort dad joke. Hammock. I guess I got a bit of extra green pepper here. I only want to put about equal amounts of this in there. So we'll leave the rest of that for something else, I guess. I have an idea for what else I'm going to use it for. So I'm just going to put that off to the side for now. Oh, that's not going to work tonight. I guess I won't use that tonight. At least it went in the recycling. I guess we'll make it work. I'll just keep knocking it into the recycling. It's okay, chat. How we doing back here, sauce? We still a sauce? Still looking like a sauce. Bit thin, but so sad about this. I need to find a place for onions, chat. I went to the best place that I know in the area for non-overpriced boutique produce. And I picked up a couple onions from them, but their onion bin is always moldy. Like, there's not, like, obvious, like, they do a good job of cleaning it up, and the onions that are there all look gorgeous. But if you sit there and you inspect them, you see the beginnings of infection, and it's just like they need to tear out the whole thing and just redo it. And bag onions have been lousy lately. I need a new place for onions, chat. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, that's the onions that they're selling that are going moldy are nice onions. Yeah. Ooh, watercress. we're going to move our sauce to the side. Over here. I'm still going to leave a tiny flame underneath it, but we're going to move on to some other things here. Really, I don't think there's that many Greek words in the scramble. Garlic. We need some garlic. Doing some sort of Italian food tonight. I don't know, maybe Italian American. What is the ethnicity? Is there an ethnicity to cheesesteaks? Or is it just, Philly? Not that this is really a cheesesteak either. I mean, I'm not using Cheese Whiz or anything. Provolone. I'm using cheddar and pepper jack tonight. And yeah, I'm going to use another clove of garlic. I don't think I can live with just 2 cloves of garlic for this project. Uh-oh, I feel like I'm going to get reported to the cheesesteak police. I don't think what I'm doing is legal. Why is my camera frozen again? There we go. Hi, camera. Yeah, there's, every time someone switches the scene from chat, everyone uses channel points to change it. Up in that corner, right there. The top corner, that me. Up in that corner. There's a 30-second counter. It's black and white. It's not very obvious. The idea was it was supposed to be obvious to those that are looking to it. And it should reset after 30 seconds. That's just to keep people from spamming it and stuff. Which I don't expect to be a problem with all you lovely people. I'm just worried if we get some sort of raid or something like that and new people in here toying with things. There was also the consideration that if it spammed too much and it lagged out the bot, it could then be deducting people. People could be losing points. I think you can disable raids on Twitch. I think that's an option. I don't really have planned to, but I guess that's an option. Hi, chat. Hey, Blaine. Turn the heat up a bit here. Would I use dough points or sprinkles? Dough balls or sprinkles? Cosmic. Okay, let's put an actual flame underneath this. Pan's already glossy from oil from the past, but I'm gonna add a touch more. Dough points, loyalty, sprinkles arbitrary. Sprinkles are, you get 1 per minute of viewing when the bot's paying attention, which is anytime that I'm actually streaming. It should be counting for VODs too, but I don't always have the bot running, I don't always have the computer running, that sort of a thing. And then additionally, you get them from checking in. The idea behind sprinkles is entirely participatory for participating in viewing. There's nothing to do with money there. Dough balls, which is Twitch's integration, is boosted by bits, by subbing, by following, I think, by, money's involved there. And there's a legal definition there when it comes to giveaways. I don't pretend to know all of the state's laws here in the US, but on the very basis of it, contributing money towards getting something sort of neglects it being not paid for. I don't know why it's doing that. I guess we'll... Let's see, what we got? Let's reset it. I don't know how it's on. Let's just get rid of it. I gotta look at my audio here soon. I need to go back to fixing my audio issues because I've been focused on other issues lately. Hammock. Yeah, I'm sure my camera loves that. I'm sure Twitch's servers are loving calculating that right now. I mean, I'm doing the major encoding, but Twitch has to sit there and re-encode it so people can see it at different resolutions and all that. Wow, that was loud. People. I mean, I've been essentially doing, I wasn't doing video, but I've been essentially doing everything. For years, I've been doing like project dinners. When I was working regularly, it was 1 or 2 of them a week for the whole week versus 4 these days. Yeah, the tech issues. So, I mean, the whole thing with streaming as early as I was already recording stuff. I was already taking photos of everything. The people. Getting to hang out and chat with people while I'm putzing around in my kitchen. I'm going to take all this liquid from these tomatoes and drop that into the sauce. Welcome back, Buns. Does that mean your power's back? It may be that you're not well, I don't worry about cooking really anything in my pans. I worry about leaving things in them. Like, I don't leave tomato sauces in them. I don't leave acidic things in them. I do on occasion with this one, to be completely honest about it, but I try not to. I try to always pull it off, clean them, rinse them, get them back on the heat so that they're nice and clean and dry. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the weather here today. Towel them out? No. First off, toweling them out is going to ruin your towels really quick. Oils are one of the hardest things to get out of things, and it's just going to fill your towels with oil. No, I use water. There's some people that use some sort of scrubby, whether stainless steel scrubby or I used to use crumpled up aluminum balls, and some people use salt, and they keep it completely dry. If you watch me, I throw mine in the sink. I don't leave them in the sink. I don't leave them wet, but I wash them in my sink, and I just grab my scrubby and go at it. I don't add any soap into the situation, but I'm typically not afraid of it either. And then once it's been smoothed out completely, there's no charred nothing in there, it's completely smooth and clean, throw it on the flame and bring it up to full heat until it dries itself. Nothing ain't gonna survive that. Yes, botulism spores could potentially survive that, but botulism is everywhere. All I can say is mine have held up ham hock. To be honest, I posted once in the cast iron Reddit and was completely mocked for the fact that I use flaxseed instead of lard for my cures, which, do a Google on that. Like, I don't really put much trust in that Reddit. Like, they were talking about things like layerings and stuff like that when it comes to your cure on your pans. And no, that's not layering on your pan. That's crusted on dirty shit that you left in your pan. That's not your that's not the cure. That's just nastiness. I mean, it's like the outside of this pan. They probably think that this is how it's supposed to be when it's... I just don't worry about the outside of the pan nearly as much as that part. That pan's not the cleanest right now, by the way, to begin with, but so it was a poor example, but... Oops, and I just bumped the camera. Oh, we're okay. I thought that dropped much more than it did. Have I ever found a cast iron piece? Well, I bought these three and put the cure that's on them myself now. Actually, I need to show the full stove to show that. These three back here, I cured myself. This one I sort of re-cured from the factory cure. Like, this is certainly not the original cure, but I didn't strip this thing, I just used it and made it mine. So yeah, I've done that, and also in my trailer, the grates, if you noticed commercial kitchen stoves, they have big cast iron grates to them. Those were all rusted out on my trailer, and I went and acid bath cleaned those, scrubbed them for hours, and then re-cured those in my ovens. Which, if you've ever done that, that's a royal pain in the butt. If you got, like, those things were big enough and clunky enough, and I wasn't fast enough, that just taking them out of the acid bath or the cheap vinegar bath and setting them down and drying them off, in the time I was taking to dry them off, they were flash rusting. And so I was like furiously drying and then rubbing oil on them at the same time in order to prevent them from rusting. And when I mean rusting, I don't mean like straight up rust, but enough that you could see that tinge, that color change. It was sort of like a potato or apple oxidizing. It was quickly turning that orange brown. Turn the heat off on our peppers and onions. I can't say that word. Electrolysis is a cool process. At the same time, it doesn't work well for this sort of a thing. Because there is going to be, even when I talked about cleaning these nicely, there's still stuff caked on them. There's still stuff. And the electrolysis is, it's going to it's going to deal with the rust, but it's not going to get the dirt off. You're still going to be, don't clip that. Belt sander is cool when it comes to pans, because most pans are, like, there's not too many nooks and grooves and stuff in it. But when it came to my grates, I mean, you got to consider you're not getting a belt sander in all of those areas. Am I gonna have to delete clips tonight? Dremel is awesome it's just too small. It takes forever. It ended up being like wire brushes and lots of elbow work. Because, I mean, I was working at that time. I was, the factor of how long this was going to take was very much on my mind. Unlike these days. Oh, that's already out. Let's throw this pepper jack cheese in with our sauce. Die grinder also would have been potential. I didn't own one. I still don't own one. But actually at one point I had an issue where my trailer, there was a part on the tongue that got ground, and so like the metal was wider than the hole that it needed to come out of. And I had to essentially cut it off. I didn't have a grinder or anything along that line to do that. I actually bought like cutting discs for my drill and did it with my drill. Sort of amazed I didn't lose an eye doing that. Yeah. What's the story history behind this trailer I'm mentioning? I have a mobile kitchen that's built into a trailer. It's been ages since I've shown photos of it, but I used to take a trailer to the farmers markets here in Sonoma County and make various products based off of what the farmers were bringing to the markets. So trying to be like the prepared food section in your average supermarket, but for the farmers. And I did that for 5 years or so. 7 years? Something like that. And so I still had the trailer. It's got some issues to be running full time. And I don't know, after 5 to 7 years of this trailer being on the road, and I bought it used, I didn't buy it new myself. I don't know how much travel use it still has in it. I think it's certainly a great rig, a great setup for the people that don't move around, or maybe move it only like once a week sort of a thing, rather than what I was doing, where I was, there was days where I was in Sonoma in the morning and in Cloverdale at night, which is like cross county from each other. It's an hour plus drive between them. And so it saw some miles with me. It's also got a couple of patch jobs that I did to keep running and keep working that I'm not exactly proud of and would want to remedy or at least touch up before I use the trailer in a serious condition again. Well, I miss the people, which that was the major thing. I loved being there in the morning and chatting with people in the morning, and I wasn't exactly sitting there and talking to them all day. I was making sales, I was doing things in coffee like that, so I was, hey, hello, move, but you see people every week. It's the same sort of thing that I loved about my job in college, where I was doing lotto and other things, sales, cigar shop. And see, I worked Sunday mornings a lot of the time, and so I'd be, my morning was repacking the papers properly and making coffee, and you see a half dozen people every single time. There was a dude that used to hang out in the the downstairs, like there was a couple of seats there, and there was one dude that used to live in one of the apartments above and used to come down, hang out, and drink coffee and read the newspaper. And he wouldn't really necessarily chat me up, but he would chat other people up. He was friendly with me. He wouldn't, like, he just wasn't, like, he was letting me do my thing. Alright, what else do I need to get going before we get into pasta here? I think we're ready for pasta. Have a great night, Ham Hock. So we need some water going here for our pasta, but I'm not going to use no 5 gallons. Nope. Welcome back, Buns. Add our penny pasta to our cold water. Salt for flavor. And medium flame, medium high flame. Going to make sure and clean that pan that I was demonstrating earlier, because we're going to be doing our baked pasta in this dish tonight. I'm not afraid of water. adding the heirloom tomatoes in with the peppers, onions, and garlic, and reheating our pan here while we're cooking our pasta in the back. Out of coffee chat. Tempted to open this wine, but I'm saving that for when pasta's in the oven. Alright, I think this pan is now warm enough that it's dry. We'll put this over on the cutting board for building our... Oh, I got a great cheese. You know, I actually sort of like the idea of that. Let's do that again. I'm going to do some of it this way and some of it using the traditional box grater. Hey John, welcome in. Buns. Ooh, that pan is still hot. Maybe that's why I put that on. Oh, hey. You're supposed to be following me. Why aren't you following me? Yeah, there we go. My cameras have hand signals. Why aren't you boiling? Boil. See it like that, boil. I don't know, chat. Should I add pickled jalapeno in this tonight? And we got bell pepper, onion, garlic. We got steak that I've yet to pull out. Well, we have beef. Are we getting a tiebreaker? Is it still tied? Quick chat before I look at it. Someone go and untie the vote. Welcome in, David. I'm tired of waiting. I'm turning up the flame over here. Did they? Well, let's go ahead and not rigged at all. Let's go take a look at what we got here for that tonight.
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat.
There we go. That was what I wanted to do. Broken scene and all, where I haven't zoomed myself. It looks like we have a winner here, chat. And since it's not even right now, I'm calling that as the winner. That way I don't have to flip a coin. Thank you, chat. Bye-bye, convict. I really should add a chat thingy saying that I've released the cameras again. Also, along with that, like, there's a couple of buttons that I have in my Stream Deck where, like the web page one, the Discord page, things like that, the AFK page. It turns off all of the channel points. Jello chickens. You mean aspic? Aspic can be delicious, but most of the time aspic is quite disgusting. Welcome in, Menuville. Yes, we have the foods. Did that work? No, that didn't work. There. We have the foods. Buns beat me to the punch. Hey, Noimu. Welcome, welcome. I am well. We've got some... I'm excited about tonight's dinner, actually. I think this is going to be delicious. Thank you for your Bezos bucks. And turn the heat off on that pasta and just let that sit and absorb the last of the cooking liquid. I think I'm going to mix the pasta in this pan. I didn't hear, did we have anyone shout out that I have to use pickled jalapenos in this? I think it's maybe not a horrible idea. Alright, so I'm going to take this lighter, fluffier, smaller cheese and use that to essentially put a layer on the bottom of the pan of cheese glue. Gotta have your cheese glue. It's right up there with having your meat glue. That's a good one. Chat, do any of you have any of the, any fun errands that you send a newbie on? You know, have you ever asked a newbie to the kitchen to empty the hot water from the from the steam kettle, or empty the hot water from the coffee maker, or send them on a trip to get meat glue. Except these days there actually is meat glue, which is sort of like, I forget what there's an actual enzyme now that you can use, and they do use it commercially quite a lot to essentially glue pieces of muscle meat together into larger pieces of meat. Purple wood, that's cute. Yeah, wire conduit and stretcher, yeah. There's a couple other that I've heard in the culinary world that I'm forgetting right now. I'm sure, well, there's probably hundreds, if not thousands of examples, but of ones that I've heard. We there yet, pasta? We're gonna give that another minute. Yeah, we got a giveaway going away for sprinkles. All you gotta do is type giveaway. You gamble one of your sprinkles for the chance to win 250. No. What you do is you put them on the help desk, and then you call the help desk for, diagnosing your coffee cup holder. We don't use CD-ROMs anymore, though, so it's not as funny as it used to be. All right, let's go with this here. Okay, we need to start kicking our oven on. I've got three pans going here, and I don't think any of them are large enough for this project. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to see the top of mine. It gets dusty easy. That and running into things set up by small people. There's a lady at the farmers markets that I would see regularly that, not that way, but would see regularly. And she never lifted her tent up all the way. And so, like, I wouldn't even go to her stand. I'd usually be going to the stand next to her or something like that and be trying to cut the corner of her tent or something like that. And my head runs into it. So let's add some pickled jalapeno here too. Give this a little bit of an introductory toss. Add our prishta. And I'm obviously getting some of the cooking liquid in there, but most of it's staying in the pan. And yeah, we'll throw all of that in there. Because all that's going to do is do a lovely job thickening up that next sauce that I add in here. Plain. Yeah, that sounds like tech support. That also sounds like humans. Like, we do that a lot, you know, like, something minor is broken. Let's nuke the whole system. You know, we need to do a minor upgrade. Let's buy a whole new computer. Only thing this is missing is some steak. happen to have some of that. I'm not going to be using all of this tonight though, chat. This is too much for tonight. Okay, we're done with you. We'll give you a rinse out and a clean and get it out of the way. Give you a clean up and get you out of the way. Set this off to the side for a minute. Cooking oil. Salt. Pepper. Garlic. Take our pieces of steak and just our ranchera or flat meat. Let's do one more. Wishing I had a bacon press for this. This is the perfect thing to use a bacon press for. I don't use a bacon press for bacon, but I'll use it for this to get a nice even sear on this. This is going to be a somewhat uneven sear, but I'm tossing it in pasta. We're starting to smoke here with our pan in the back, so let's go ahead with our first piece. Thank you, Zahara. It's our oven coming up to temp. 350 degrees, 350. My earbud's quiet again, so I have to fix that again. All the way down to 24% this time. So it wasn't even there. It wasn't even a local issue. Now we see why, you know, they really want everyone to come back to the office. You know, they don't have to tech support everyone's home. against the grain so that when it comes to being in the pasta, it just pulls apart. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Thank you, Blaine. Sorry, I had to squint to see who... Oh, I guess it's over here, too. I had to squint on my 4K monitor that's like 6 feet away in order to read that one. Why, hello there, speakers. Thank you, OBS. I don't know who else to blame for that one. That had to be OBS just messing up signals. The plate here, I was just using that to coat the meat with I put some oil on the pan, on the plate, and then salt, pepper, garlic. So just dragging the steak through the oil and seasoning rather than other way around. Steak is smelling good. I don't smell this very much right now. I wish I had a roll to just sop all of that up, or some nice bread or something. Instead, I'm just going to do this. Give this a stir up. Get that beef in there. Ah. I got lucky, chat. It landed buttered side up. The suspense. Yeah, the hard part is getting some of this cheese up against the sides of this. You can call it cheese glue, or I'm sort of thinking of it as cheese crust. And so now we'll take our pasta and fill our out of curiosity, chat, we got any Hassan Abi fans in chat? Any people who watch Hassan on stream on Twitch or on YouTube? He's a decent dude. I don't really have any issues with him. But I got caught by one of his YouTube recut videos of his Twitch stream, and I was just left like, why does anyone watch this? his recut videos. I was watching the one, I caught the one today about Twitter becoming X. And there was parts of, pretty sure it was his channel. I mean, I don't know for sure. I didn't check, but it looked like his official channel. And the cut up on it was like he repeated, there were some clips that were repeated 2 or 3 times in the montage. Yeah, I know that, Blaine. Yeah, there's all sorts of that on YouTube. I wish there was better tools for creators to discover those other people. Sometimes it's welcome, sometimes it's not. I'll say that I largely agree with a good portion of what Hassan says, but there are things that I just don't agree with him on. Usually global economic things, economies, and where we are in the real world right now versus ideal world. Tasting yummy. Cheesy, peppery. I didn't get any of the steak in that, but I mean, cheese is always yummy. So here's the real question, what I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do here tonight, chat. Am I going to be able to turn this over and serve it like it's a pie? My hope is the cheese will be oily enough, even though this cheddar is not overly oily, but I'm hoping the cheese will be oily enough that it will release from the sides and maybe even get a nice crust on it. I forgot to get a goodies for a salad. I was going to make a salad while this was baking too. The top is sort of lacking. I maybe should have lightened up on how much cheddar I mixed in the overall batch and saved a little bit more for the outside. However, with the amount of cheese that's in that sauce, Okay, our oven's up to temp, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this puppy in. And start off with a 20-minute timer at 350, and then I'm gonna look at it there, but if it's not doing enough for me at that point, I'm gonna kick it up to 400 and do another 10. Because I want some of this cheese to brown. I want some ooey gooey. Like, I want this to be delicious. I want this to be like, oh, it can't be that. Oh. I was gonna say I want this to be the keto, cheesesteak, and then I thought, oh yeah, pasta. This pan's all dirty again. I just cleaned this, didn't I? Clean that again. Okay, I got that cleaned up. We got this cleaned up. Um, 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 Yeah, use the veggie pasta, it'll be keto, yeah. Veggie pasta, or there's a couple of options, yeah. You're not gonna get me to try it again, chat. You could vote it in an ingredient challenge, I don't care, I'm not gonna try it again. That imitation tofu pasta, or actual tofu, but imitation pasta made with tofu, not doing it. Nope. I tried that once on stream. No, thank you. Actually, I don't think I rejected it that much on stream. I don't know if I really tried it on stream. But I tried it after stream for sure, and no. Nice real cork here tonight. Nope, no particle cork here out of this quality vineyard. I say that like it's not a quality vineyard. Preston's is very much a quality vineyard. But that is a real cork, folks. Real, actual, you can see the veins, and it's not like glued all together. It doesn't even have, most of them at least have the like solid caps on either end sort of a thing. Like, no, that's just solid cork. It's pricey. Loving the color on this. It's got an obvious little bit of age. This is a 2021. So this has been in barrel a couple of years before they released it. What a beautiful ruby. Dark ruby red. It's got that little bit of brown tint to it to just... I think I'm gonna like this wine. That's quite delicious, chat. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. It's actually much lighter than I expected. But it's... yeah, there's a bright almost... like, primarily it's a very nice, dark, deep wine. And I love myself some heavy, you know, tobacco-y, plummy, oaty flavors. But there's something almost like... I don't want to use this word because people in the wine world will think badly of it. But it's got an almost acidic note to it, or an almost vinegar note to it, which is something you very much don't want in wine. And I don't mean it necessarily in that sense. I mean it more in the sense compared to another wine. But there's a very nice, bright, fruity note to this that lightens up what is otherwise a much deeper wine. It's got a ton of flavor. Yeah, I could drink that like all summer for a red wine. This is like... like, if it wasn't for some of the like more tobacco-y, leathery notes to it, I would want to compare this to like Beaujolais. It's that bright and bouncy. Yeah, it's a gorgeous wine. I mentioned in Discord, but just so I'll mention it obviously a couple more times as it comes closer, but I'm taking a week off in September. I'll be back before the month's even over. Relaxation time, disconnect time. Gonna take a week off, and I'm hoping that somewhere between 4 and 5 of those days I'll just be able to basically forget that I own a cell phone or a computer, or I'm hoping 4 or 5 days nothing but relaxing and maybe books and I spend so much time fussing and toying with, between this and social media and reading news, and I just need to disconnect every once in a while. And normally I do that in July with family, and I didn't go this year. But I think we got another 8 minutes here or so on this until I even check if it's ready to go. So I think I'm going to do a little AFK break. And I'll see you folks back in a couple of minutes. I'll see you back in about 8 minutes when I check in on that again.
Way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy. Ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist, and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open. Simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some soon.
Here's an amazing free offer for everyone who's overweight. Even if you've tried other methods and failed, you can still lose ugly fat fast. Yes, thousands can tell you that calometric control is the only safe, sure, effective way to reduce. Now, this package contains the Wonder 10-Day Diet that gives you 3 delicious meals a day, plus a bedtime snack, even includes a jog for your willpower. Yet you take only 3 calometric tablets a day. And here's the sensational free offer. A 30-day supply of wonderful calometric tablets. A certified $3.50 value when you buy the regular calometric way to weight control. You save $3.50. Now, that's a $7 value for only $3.50. A 50% saving. And how can you get your free bottle of calometric tablets? Well, just send in this calometric box top with your name and address. Your druggist will give you a postage-paid envelope already addressed to the calometric company. Now, don't lose hope, lose weight. Get calometric reducing formula at your drugstore. Send the box top in the free postage-paid envelope. Get your $3.50 bottle of calometric tablets free. Don't wait, act now.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food, or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
Univac, the giant electronic brain made only by Remington Rand, takes business statistics from magnetic tape, letters, numbers, and punctuation marks, processing them through its electronic circuits at phenomenal speeds. Univac can compute payrolls electronically, then produce printed checks in a flash, over 8,000 checks an hour with this high-speed printer. Univac leads the field of electronic computing.
Hey, new Kellogg's Okays. Note the improvement? They put a bear on the box, which improved it so much, they decided to improve the cereal, too.
Oh, come on, Yogi. Let's be serious about Kellogg's new Okays, okay?
Like the Space Bears say, hey, okay.
Well, first, how nutritious are Kellogg's new Okays? Well, they're made from oats. And of all grains, oats are the richest in proteins and rich in other bodybuilding essentials, too. In fact, some people consider it their duty to eat oats. Yogi. But now, with a really delicious oat cereal like Kellogg's Okays around, people can have their oats and enjoy them, too. Especially Kellogg's new Okays. For Kellogg's new Okays are crispier... Cripsier and toastier, and therefore tastier than ever. So for the best in oats, get Kellogg's new Okays.
The one with the bear on the box. Suitable for framing.
There's no other box of facial tissues like this. Scotty's new Magic Oval box. Only Scotty's give you tissues that float up gently, one at a time, and come out in neat handfuls, too, because there's a Magic Oval inside every new Scotty's box. Only Scotty's Magic Oval can give you tissues that float up, smooth and easy. No tugging, no tearing, no extra tissues tagging along. And Scotty's Magic Oval does even more. It lets you reach in for tissues by the handful, all neatly folded, just right for pocket or purse. Scotty's new Magic Oval box is pretty, too. And inside, soft, strong, sneeze-proof Scotty's. Remember, for tissues that float up smoothly and come out in neatly folded handfuls, look for Scotty's pretty new Magic Oval box, the only one of its kind.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none-such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none-such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for movie week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
Hello, may I come in? I am Chef Boyardee. Perhaps you have seen my picture on Chef Boyardee products at your grocer's. Today I want to tell you about a wonderful dinner for 3. A dinner that only costs about 15 cents a serving. It's my own Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinner with meat sauce or mushroom sauce. It all comes in 1 carton. A full half pound of tender, quick-cooking spaghetti, 10 full ounces of rich, tasty sauce, and to top it off, a whole can of zippy grated cheese. A wonderful food. So ask your grocer for Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinner with meat or mushroom sauce, won't you? And look for other Chef Boyardee's products. They're also delicious, they're also nourishing, and they help keep the cost of your meals down. Chef Boyardee's products are at best grocers.
Ask for Chef Boyardee's spaghetti dinner. Only about 15 cents a serving.
If you're still watching television on a small screen set, you're missing a lot. Here, for example, is a close-up on a 10-inch set. See how much smaller it is than my head? Now I'd like to show you the same close-up on a 21-inch set. There. Just look at the difference. She's as big as I am now. You can have big screen close-ups just like that. Close-ups as large as life with RCA Victor's great new 21-inch model, the Master 21, at the lowest 21-inch price in RCA Victor history, as little as $199.95. Visit your RCA Victor dealer soon. See television's greatest value, the Master 21. Big screen 21-inch quality TV for $199.95. And remember, every year more people buy RCA Victor than any other television.
So we're back to check out how we're doing here with our bacon pasta. Baked pasta. There's no bacon here, sorry. Don't want to get hopes up. We're starting on our way there. That's about what I was hoping for. We've got some ooey gooey cheesiness. But I think that needs to be kicked up a bit. We're gonna go ahead and raise that oven temp to 400 now. And throw that back in there for another 10 minutes. While I'm at that, I'm gonna pour myself another glass of wine. How we doing, chat? We all chilling still? Y'all still sexy? I think I have the curse of chair streams, chat. My viewership went down when the ads turned off. You get a couple of the new ads in that bunch, a couple of the old ones too. The computer and the Yogi Bear ones were new ones. Do a little cleanup here while we're waiting. Less to do after, yeah. I honestly sort of try and avoid doing dishes on stream, but we got a little time to wait. And I do have the habit of leaving things that I can leave overnight, but that's because I wake up in the morning, and while my kettle is heating up in the morning, I'll sit here and do some dishes. I usually handle all the big issues that can't sit here, but clean as they go. Every boss I've ever had has tried to drill into my head as if I wasn't trying to already. You know, yeah, thanks, boss. I wanted to sit around here another hour. Well, I'm happy you're here now. Do I make holiday food? What holiday? I've done some interesting holiday meals in the past on stream. Thanksgiving 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago already? Wow. I did the Goodfellas prison scene, but for my dinner here. And so I did the lobster, I did lobster bisque, I did 2 types of pasta, I did a T-bone steak and with wine and scotch. I've sort of shied away from doing things for Christmas. I do try and do things for Halloween. Some years I've royally decorated for Halloween. Other years it sort of looked like I took 2 seconds doing it. About the only thing I've ever done for Easter was I cooked a rabbit one year. I've done all sorts of Halloween, without question, is the one that I've done the most themed food for. Like, I've done all sorts of themed things for Halloween. I did a jack-o'-lantern pot pie, or not pot pie, a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin pie. I've done witch's fingers, like pretzels with the little, with white chocolate and then a pistachio on the finger for the fingernail. One of the green pistachios. Yeah, I've done all sorts of stuff. I've done intestines, sort of like a baked meat dish, but it's rolled in phyllo and wound all in a pan, so it looks like intestines in a pan. I have a brain mold, and I tried doing a cold pasta salad in the brain mold. So the red and the noodles in the brain, unfortunately, didn't turn out looking as good as I had hoped. The shape and the ripples and stuff in the brain mold didn't really, especially with it being like a pasta dish, it just didn't. It was too muddy. You couldn't tell. But I've done mummies. Mummies were, I think they were sweet mummies. I forget what I used as a filling. I want to say that I used graham crackers and put some sort of topping on them and then wrapped them in phyllo and put something on the top put some, like, I can't remember if they're savory or sweet, because I want to say that they were savory, because I want to say I used olives for the eyes. I have such a horrible memory. That's my problem. That's the reason I stream, chat. I record everything because I can't remember it myself. My music stopped. I've done a Super Bowl stream. I'm one of the... Actually, I think I've caught a couple of Super Bowls on the actual streaming days. It's usually really slow streaming that day. I mean, I know that I don't have the hugest viewer list on Twitch, but those nights have been really slow. But I've done finger foods too, separate from that. I did a week, I don't want to say that I did, I never say that I wanted to do well on things. Like, I always want to tear stuff that I do apart. But I also did a week, this was my own theme, this wasn't a chat theme, but I did a week of computer safe foods. And then I ate them in front of my computer and realized, yeah, none of these are really good computer foods because my hands got greasy every single night. Let's take a look at this lovely pasta. Still not there. We're closer though. We're a lot closer now. Getting some nice color on the top of that. I think that needs another 5 minutes though. Let's see, what else have I done that's been themed or... Mostly I think I've just followed the food holidays. Like, there's been a couple of streamers up. There's been periods where I stopped paying attention to it, and I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to it lately. But I used to really go into the national holidays and do whatever was going on with the national holidays that day. A couple of times I've backed off because there's been streamers on Twitch that are, that's what we do. We do what the national holiday is that day, sort of a thing. And I don't want to be... Like, what's the national holiday today? I didn't even look what it was. We had National Raspberry Cake Day the other day. Oh, we had National Raspberry Cake Day the other day, and tonight we have Raspberry Cream Pie Day. Raspberry Cream Pie, I don't know if that's a national holiday or not. Like, this calendar that I have attached to my Google Calendar, like, half of them are like international food days, and the other half are national U.S. ones. Still love this wine, by the way, chat. Sometimes that changes on you, creeps on you, you get more flavor or less flavor out of it. It's still delicious. I do want something a little bit more along with this. Like, drinking it alone, I sort of want, like, I actually want, like, the steak to cut into with this wine. Like, blue cheese steak in this wine, like, that's not a normal combo, but I think that would be gorgeous with this wine. Ooh. Tomorrow is ice cream sandwich day. Should I make a pork rind ice cream sandwich, chat? It's also ice cream soda day, but I don't know what ice cream soda is. Like, do people freeze soda? Like, I don't think you could freeze it fast enough to capture the carbonation bubbles. Like, I really don't know what an ice cream soda is. Like, I get, like, old school soda jerks would give you a float, or, you know, any of the other classic names. That's not. It's a float. Okay. Maybe post-COVID, not so much. But for a while there, I was expecting soda jerks to make a big revival. Like, I was designing soda jerk shops, like, thinking, like, this is going to be a thing after Starbucks hit. Like, I'm astonished that it hasn't. I'm astonished that we're still stuck here with Starbucks instead of much, much more. I'm sure it would, Blaine. I mean, sugar and pork. I mean, really, the only major difference in flavor between bacon and pork rinds is going to be your smokiness. Maybe a saltier too, but you're going to salt your pork rinds too. Yeah, I know, Zahar. I took a look at it and I threw it back in there for another 5. I've got a timer on it with 2:36 on it right now. Appreciate it, though. Thank you for making sure that I'm not burning things. I'm loving the wine Cosmic. It's a named wine, so like I was saying before, you sort of have to wonder, you know, for sure what it is. But at the same time, I know this vineyard and the family / business behind it, they're entirely from their own vineyards. This is a very nice vineyard, but it's one that sort of shuns the whole corporate wine thing at the same time. They also have an amazing farm, by the way, too. They're not just wine. They do all sorts of growing stuff. Not a sponsor, but I sure am selling them tonight. I'm getting smells now along the line that this is probably ready to come out here. I'm gonna give a cancel to our cook, cancel to our timer. There we go. We'll give that a moment to cool down and hopefully constrict a little bit. Gotta tell your sis to just chat with you in this chat. I mean, that way we all get to hang out. I am going to try and turn this out onto my cutting board here in a moment. So we're going to give that a couple of minutes here to cool down. As usual, I'm trying to finish my wine before I even get to dinner. Ooh, scramble. We're also sort of carryover cooking our crust here, by the way, chat. Because outside of the oven, the heat on the rest of this is much less. But that pan is still hot. That pan is still starting to cook that outside. Still crisping the outside as we sit here. As I sit here and slur words and act like I'm drunk. Ooh, Sahara, just, ooh. Just ever so. Which one's the older sibling? I'm sitting here wondering if Zahara can, you know, please? Let's start with the knife here shortly. Make sure we're not stuck at the top. All right, chat. Do I get a mess here? Or do I get a pie? I almost feel like we should have a vote. I was hopeful. Oh well. It's still gonna be fucking delicious. I was sort of hopeful that I could Sahara. I was actually sort of hopeful that I could make like pie slices. Instead, Instead, we get this deliciousness instead. Please don't put down my food like that. Hamburger helper. Spices in a box with dried pasta. Oh, we got Hamburger Helper fans in chat? Uh-oh. Get a photo for the Discords. And other places, maybe in the future. I think that'll do. That'll cover me for the next 2 nights. Even though I got the ingredient challenge tomorrow night. So thank you so much for joining in with me tonight, chat. I wish it came out as more of a pie, but I am still very happy with this dinner. This dinner is going to be quite delicious. I'm going to send all you lovely people to go hang out with someone tonight. I don't raid people all the time, but we're going to raid someone tonight. The question is who? Who do we raid tonight? I'm going to send all you lovely folks to go hang out with the lovely Mr. Clay Carrington. He's doing some retro games tonight. Once again, thank you all for joining in with me tonight, being those people that make streaming so fun, being the reason that I stream. Wine was amazing tonight, highly recommend. Pasta's going to be amazing. I've only had one bite so far, but pork rinds tomorrow. Come join me tomorrow as I turn pork rinds into dinner and dessert. And then we've also got Friday and Sunday coming up for other stuff. Hope you all have a lovely evening. Good night.